The sights, the sounds, and the salute. San Diegans look to the skies, and the message is one of thanks. Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Barbara Lee Edwards.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. It was a lunchtime many San Diegans will never forget. As the clock struck noon, a formation of 6 F16 Fighting Falcons conducted a flyover across San Diego County.
It was a salute to healthcare workers, first responders, military, and other essential personnel serving on the front lines in our fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. News 8's photojournalist Kenny McGregor shows us the salute.
There's been a lot of talk about it in the hospital, and people are excited, hoping that they get a chance to step outside, get a little sunshine, and see the awesome display.
You hear them first coming. Almost a swell of like pride kind of comes over, and then just watching them just kind of get lost in the moment. It was a very special feeling. I guess it's kind of what I keep going back
to. You yell at them? What do you guys do?
Yeah,
we yell.
What do you do?
We scream. We went, woo!
Hopefully the pilots were able to see us wave so that they know how much this means to us and how much we appreciate them doing this today.
It was amazing, and I got so much more caught up in it than I expected to, but it occurred to me this morning when we woke up and everybody was excited. I don't remember when the last time we felt like that was, that we had something to be excited about and look forward to. And I found myself when we went out to watch, and I could hear groups of people gathering to watch, and then that spectacular flight over top of us and hearing people cheer afterwards. It was pretty emotional, I have to say.
I was very happy to see the reaction, the response of a lot of the first responders and essential workers who this was all about. I'm not going to lie, I went out to look.
Absolutely.
They didn't come close to me. So that was the best shot I got of them all day, and I'm enjoying it. But just seeing everybody's spirit is a beautiful thing.
Wasn't it wonderful? And they went right over top. I saw that underneath of the planes, like so close, and I felt like a little kid. I cheered as if they could hear me. Of course they can't, but it just happened.
Well, they felt it, I bet. All right. Thanks, Barb. San Diego reported its highest single-day number of COVID-19 tests for the second day in a row today. More than 4,000 tests were reported. 132 of those came back positive, bringing the total number of COVID-19 cases in the county to 5,523. That works out to about 3% of the tests coming back positive. The rolling 14-day average of positives is down to 4.4%. 8 deaths were reported for a total of 208. While the county reported the most tests in a day yet, it's still short of its goal of 5,200. To help reach that goal, it's stepping up testing across San Diego. The Live Well mobile office will once again be at the Euclid Center providing tests tomorrow and every following Saturday from now on. A new state-run walk-in testing site is also set to open at the Tubman Chavez Community Center.
This will offer approximately 132 appointments a day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you sign up for these via the same link and 800 number that we have shared with you in the past, and we can put out again. But this is a new opportunity for ongoing and sustained testing in Southeast San Diego.
The testing at the Community Center in Valencia Park is set to open next Tuesday. That's May 19th.
The number of reported crimes in the county is declining during this stay-at-home order. According to a report by Sandag, larceny crimes such as car break-ins are down about 25% from March to April of 2019 compared to the same time frame last year. Domestic violence, assault, and aggravated assault were all slightly down overall during those months. And just a few moments ago, during his daily coronavirus briefing, San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer announced that overall crime dropped by 1.3% last year in the city. We first spoke with a Bay Area scientist featured in the Netflix series Pandemic back in March when he was in the early stages of developing an antibodies treatment. Well, now he says he's closing in on creating a medicine for coronavirus. News 8's Heather Hope has the update.
And then tell me, Jacob, what you're working on right now.
So right now we are working on an antibody therapeutic against the COVID-19 causing CoV-2 virus.
Distributed Bio CEO Dr. Jacob Glanville, widely known for his Netflix series Pandemic, continues to develop a viable antibodies treatment for coronavirus patients.
We're testing them all on hamsters. We're also testing some combinations of a couple, like a multi-drug cocktail.
Running studies to show can hamsters be protected from getting coronavirus if they have his 5 tested antibodies used from 2002 SARS.
And so an antibody has an advantage over a vaccine in that vaccines take forever to be produced. It's going to be like in 2021, and they can't be used to treat sick people.
The Bay Area-based scientist and his team are working on creating a shot, but says manufacturing takes time.
It takes many months to be able to produce large enough doses at the high quality standard that's necessary to give to human patients.
And it's costing $40 million to create, but says it can typically cost $1 billion to produce a drug.
I'm trying to convince the government of the United States and other governments that we should begin stockpiling large amounts of the drug in anticipation that that study works well.
Lately, Dr. Glanville's been in top meetings with federal agencies about how to make an antibody therapy quickly and safely.
The big announcement is that it shows that 3 different laboratories, they're independent of us, all confirm that our antibodies are ultra potent. And these include the U.S. Army, the U.S. AMRID, and Stanford University and the Galveston laboratories.
His goal is to find a cure that's effective physically and fiscally.
It's not enough that we make a medicine that works. We need a medicine that works and that everybody has access to it and everybody can afford it.
Not stopping there, Dr. Glanville wants a global medicine.
This is an interconnected problem, and it will not work to have one nation have a working medicine and everyone else not, because they will just keep reinfecting each other.
Once his lab tests are complete, we could see this drug available this fall.
Then you're looking into September, October, November, we can be releasing hundreds of thousands or millions of doses to hospitals all over the world.
Heather Hope, News 8.
And as researchers across the world scramble to develop a vaccine for COVID-19, they're going into it without all the knowledge they need. That's why the La Jolla Institute of Immunology is stepping up its efforts to find out what a good vaccine would look like and making that research public.
Right now, there are probably 100 different vaccine candidates. The way you want to develop a vaccine is to know what protective immunity looks like.
The La Jolla Institute of Immunology says its work will help vaccine developers by studying the body's response to the virus.
This year, high school and college graduates are not getting their normally scheduled ceremonies due to the pandemic.
But Cal State San Marcos came up with another way to honor their graduates.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good for them. The university set up Graduates on Parade to celebrate students on what would have been graduation weekend. Students put on their caps and gowns, decorated their cars, and cruised along the parade route lined with faculty and staff.
And for us to even have the opportunity to parade through our campus one more time, considering that no one's been here for a couple months at this point, is phenomenal for us.
The university still plans to hold a traditional commencement once it is considered to be safe to do so.
Millions of dollars have been raised so far through the San Diego COVID-19 Community Response Fund to help San Diegans out during these incredibly tough times. And one of the great community organizations getting some financial assistance is the Ocean Discovery Institute. News 8's Tim Blodgett has more on how this program helps local students.
Marco, I still have down on my desk the little heart you made me.
For the last 2 years, Marco and his mother Blanca have been coming to the Ocean Discovery Institute in City Heights.
He does activities, he does homework, tutoring. It's a safe place to come. It's like a second house to us.
Gracias.
But since mid-March, the Institute has changed tact and focused on the most dire need of the community, food security.
When we first started this, we had 50 meals that we were providing a day, and we ran out of food in 20 minutes.
Shara Fissler, the executive director and founder of the Ocean Discovery Institute, says not only are families being sent home with healthy food, but a chance for their students to continue the learning where they left off.
Because students are learning from their homes, we are providing them with materials that they can use in their homes, things like pencils, but also some fun items like magnifying lenses to be able to look at bugs in their neighborhood.
But just as some families in Southeast San Diego need a helping hand, organizations like this need a boost to continue providing services.
Since this time, they've now become this essential lifeline of care to help provide those students and their families comfort, relief, and hope to get through these times.
Mark Stewart, the president of the San Diego Foundation, says their COVID-19 fund has raised and granted millions of dollars to organizations all around San Diego County.
Since mid-March, we've raised almost $14 million for the fund, and we've had almost $10 million be granted out. Our giving has touched every single corner of San Diego.
Corners like City Heights.
They're not only providing a great learning experience, but they're providing food for their families and their students.
Our mission is all about using science to empower young people to transform their lives.
In City Heights, Tim Blodgett, News 8.
If you would like to donate to the COVID-19 Community Response Fund, just go to sdfoundation.org/COVID-19, or you can use the News 8 app.